What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome to today's episode of Black Ops 2 Maps Exposed. In this episode we're going to be covering the map Hijacked as requested in the comments of the last Maps Exposed episode. For such a small map, Hijacked has a lot of really useful lines of sight and spots that I rarely see people using to their advantage. By the end of the video, I'm sure you will have learned at least a thing or two that will definitely give you the edge over the average player. And a lot of these spots you will actually be able to use every single time you play this map and not just in one particular game mode or situation. So let's get right into the domination capture spots. For CDOM, there are a couple really awesome spots that I almost never see people using and I don't know why. You can jump right up on top of this little ledge and you can use this wall for cover. You can lay prone here and sometimes people will just walk right by you and they won't even know where you are. So these are two great spots. They work the same on both sides and you get a nice view of the doorway. Just perfect spots for capturing CDOM. Moving on to the B flag, most people will capture it from right in here like this and they'll kind of aim down sight at there and they'll just sort of head glitch. And these are all fair gunfights. So it's not the greatest situation to be in because it's kind of a 50-50 chance of you winning. So a better way a lot of the times is to jump up on top of these little bed things. And it all depends on the situation, which bed you want to jump on, obviously, because you are really exposed to most of the sides. But if you just know that they're coming from one specific direction, then you can use this to your advantage and take cover in the appropriate place. And right here is my favorite spot because of this little wall. And you can just aim down sight right there. The guys from up there can't see you. And it's just a great spot to capture from. It'll also protect you from most of the nades that are thrown at the flag. Moving on to the A flag, there really aren't any capture spots at all, it's just wide open. Right by the A flag I have an awesome spot to take out the guys that are hiding behind this little bench, and it's a nade spot. You can get up nice and close to this little vent thing and you can throw the nade through there, and right there it'll blow up right next to them. One thing to point out with this though is you have to be really close to the vent and you have to throw it at an upward angle through or else it'll just get stuck in the little vent thing. And now I have a nice line of sight from the second story of the A building into the C building second story window. So you can just jump up on this little desk here and edge your way over and stand up and you have a perfect view of most of the window. And you can shoot through this glass without losing very much bullet damage at all. And you can also use this desk looking the other way as well. As people come out of spawn right there, you can stand up on this desk with a sniper rifle. And it's not the greatest spot, but it is nice to know. You can look through that little crack and you can catch them as they're coming out of spawn. Sometimes they like to just hang out there, so it's a great way to take out those guys. And another thing on this balcony that I don't see people doing enough is just jumping up to check the map out and see what's going on without exposing yourself on the balcony. So it's really simple, just come over here, jump up, and have a look. And now down in this area of the map, I'm sure most of the people know this by now, but you can jump up on this couch and you can hop up, have a look, or with a sniper rifle, you might want to try a jump shot there. Pretty obvious, but I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out. And one thing that I don't see people doing enough is shooting through these walls. They're extremely thin and you don't lose very much bullet damage at all, so I like to just fire a few bullets through there every once in a while because people love hanging out there, and if I get a hit marker then I'll just keep spraying through and a lot of times I'll get a free kill out of that. Moving on, you can jump up on this little ledge here and you get a nice little head glitch into the doorway right there where a lot of people like to sit, so that's a great spot and you aren't too exposed here although the guys on the balcony can see you. And now in the C building here, you can jump up on the couch and look through these little windows and you get a few little lines of sight like right there. But other than that, it's not that great. You are pretty exposed to the guys that are right there in that little opening. So just be aware of that. But you can also use it as a check spot. You just jump up and have a look at the map and see what's going on. And you can also throw nades and flash grenades and stuff through there too. And on these white chairs here, you can jump up here and you can just hop up and see the guys that are standing behind that lounger thing that's laying down. And you might be able to get a jump shot with a sniper rifle as well. And over on this side of the ship, if you want to see if anyone's coming from this side here and you don't want to expose yourself, you can jump up on this little thing and just hop up and check. And I use this pretty much every time I play on this map. And now for my favorite line of sight on this map. This actually completely changed the way that I play this map. Instead of exposing yourself there to fight against the guys on the balcony, you just hop up on this lounger and edge your way over and you have a perfect line of sight onto that balcony. And even if they do see you, you can just crouch down and take cover, so it's a perfect way to take them out. And another thing you can do on this spot is you just hop up and you can see most of the map, and you can definitely see that doorway right there. So it's a great way to just hop up and see what's going on in the middle of the map. And also from on top of this lounger, from the other way, you can hop up on top and edge your way over to the right, and you can see sort of towards that spawn back there. So it's a nice little spot. I don't think I've ever used it in a real game, but it's nice to know it's there. If you've ever been spawn trapped on this side of the map, you know it really sucks to go on this side to try and break out, because people will just sit up there and pick you off as you come up those stairs. So best way to take them out is jump up on this bench here, and you can head glitch over top of this little ledge, and you get a perfect line of sight on their heads, and they won't see you there, and even if they do, they can only see the very tip of your head. And now way at the back of the ship here, people love this in free-for-all, but I only ever use this for demolition if I happen to get spawn trapped while I'm on defense, and there's guys up on the balcony and stuff, and I spawn back here. You can just jump up on these railings, and you get a nice line of sight on a bunch of different areas, and they won't expect you to be there, so it's pretty easy to take them out, or at least see what's going on before you make a move. Now up in the second story, you can jump on top of the bed, and you can edge over right to the corner of the bed, and you can sort of see just a little bit of a sliver through there, where people like to head glitch sometimes. So with a sniper rifle, you might be able to pick someone off there. So getting into the area below the deck, if you want to defend against people coming from there, you can jump up on top of this railing, and just position yourself in a way that you can see over top of the wall, and use the wall for cover, and you'll win that gunfight 9 times out of 10, because they have no cover at all and you have perfect cover. And an alternative to that would be to just jump up over onto this thing, and you can sort of head glitch over this railing. It's not quite as good, but it's not as expected. And to defend against guys coming from the other side, you can head glitch over this area. It's not that great, but it'll work. And an alternative to that, this is my favorite spot down here, is you can actually lay down behind these, and you can shoot right through these railings, and they don't even affect your bullets at all. The enemy will have a really hard time seeing you there, and you can just pick them off as they come through that door. So getting back above deck, there's a line of sight that will counter that spot perfectly, and people are always there. In just about any game mode, there's always somebody standing there. So you can just jump up here, and you have a perfect line of sight onto their head. And they won't expect you to be there, so you should be able to take them out before they even notice. So to wrap everything up, I know a bunch of commentators have already shown you this. I know T-Mart did, and there's a bunch of other guys as well. But you can throw grenades through that vent from below deck, and it will land right on the B flag. So you just come under here, find the vent, and you just throw your grenade at it, and it should bounce through, and it'll roll right onto the B flag. There's also a hard point there, so it works great for that too. So that's all I have for you guys for the map Hijacked. I hope you will find a bunch of these spots as useful as I already do. I really think it'll help improve your game on this map. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.